Yeah, so how far would you drive to catch some really decent pinfish and catch them quick? Show you guys something here. I drive a Toyota. Look, 227, almost 228,000 miles. This car is amazing, man. There we go. All right, we got the trip setting reset. Let's see how far I will drive to catch some decent pinfish. Hey fishing friends, JC here with Rad Reeling Fishing. You know, I've found an amazing place to catch pinfish. It is just like incredible. Like you just drop it down there and you're just pulling them out. So I actually caught about 2 dozen pinfish yesterday and I let some of them go. But I wanted to get this cooler rigged up right here. I want to do a little hack job on it and get it rigged up so I can get an aerator in there, because I usually use my 5-gallon bucket for live bait, but you know, if I want to catch 2 dozen pinfish, I really need to have something that's larger that will hold more water. And this cooler is the one that you guys have seen me toting around in different videos. It's got wheels on it. It's an older cooler, so I don't mind drilling some holes in it and stuff, but I'm going to see if I can get this thing rigged up where I can keep an aerator on there, and I'm not going to spend any money. I'm just going to try and makeshift this thing with whatever I've got laying around here. So let's see how we do. All right, we're heading out. Got a couple stops to make, but hey, you know what, guys? If you if you don't mind driving older cars, which I don't, I've always driven an older car. This thing's a 2001 Toyota Solara. It's got the 4-cylinder engine in it, and my mechanic said that he had the same engine in a van, and he got 325,000 miles out of that engine before his daughter wrecked the van and they decided to get rid of it. He said that thing was still going strong. And yeah, man, I got a lot of miles on this thing, and I'm a Toyota man now. I've had Fords and Chevys and yeah, several different types of cars throughout my life, and this is the first Toyota I've ever owned. Man, I paid $2,500 for this thing. Got it on Craigslist like 5 years ago, and the only issue that I've had with this car is I had to replace the radiator because the top of it has plastic on it and it cracked. And but man, you know what, outside of that, this freaking car has just been absolutely amazing. Well, so I'm thinking this should be a pretty easy project. I mean, really just drill a hole that's big enough for the surgical tubing to go through. And I think what I'll do is I'll just mount it, try and find something that this clip will mount onto back here. I'll put it on this side because it's got the handles, you know, there and there. That's right, JC paid $2,500 for his car. You guys ought to know me by now. I'm always looking for the deals, and I got the good deal on this thing, man, no doubt. Guys, I'm just like shocked at the cost of cars these days. Yeah, he's starting to feel like he's ready. Come on, buddy. Come on. So yeah, I think if I just mount that aerator up on the side and mount it, so this is like plenty long enough. So anywhere that I decide to drill the hole would be fine. So all right, well, who knows what I'm going to come up with here, but I'll figure out something. I found a 1/2-inch wood drill bit here that I think's going to work fine. Oh yeah, I live in an apartment, boys. Just cut through that like butter. Just like my rod and reels, guys, you know I'm always looking for a deal. Yeah, $2,500 for this bad boy, and it has been like so dependable. And I mean, the interior's nice and everything, man. The dash isn't cracked, the seats are in good shape, AC blows ice cold. Oh yeah, I'm definitely a Toyota man now, ain't no doubt about it. I'm still proud of the USA. There she is. Hey, but you know what? I've owned some Fords and Chevys, and they just didn't last, man. I remember like years ago, my Ford transmission went out at 40,000 miles, you know, and the oil seals on my Ford Bronco that I used to have, the oil seals went bad at less than 100,000 miles on that vehicle. They were going to have to pull the engine out, and I said, forget that, man. I just had to keep dumping oil in it all the time. Well, Look at that. The perfect fit. All right, now I just got to figure out how to clip this thing on there. The edge of that plastic is a little bit sharp, so I've got some leftover 800 grit sandpaper here. Yeah, that's better. That plastic was feeling really sharp. I mean, yeah, this thing doesn't have one oil leak at all. The front end has never been out of balance. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I'm putting the plug in for Toyota. I'm proud of the USA, but, you know, USA should have stepped their game up a long time ago with vehicles, because Toyota has definitely outshined them, in my opinion anyway. I knew I'd find something. I found an L bracket and some of my cabinet installation stuff, and I just bent it like that. I think I'll just screw it on there. That sucks. I didn't have my GoPro running. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding you. 10 seconds that pinfish was in the water and a big old snook came up and slammed him. When I pulled the pinfish off of he got hung up down there. And I pulled him up again and the pinfish came to the top and I saw the snook come up and hit it. Oh yeah. You ever been like eyeing the drive-through and there's nobody there and then all of a sudden 2 or 3 cars get in front of you? I hope that doesn't happen.
How you doing this morning?
Doing good. How are you?
Taco-rific. Go if you want to be ready.
Taco-rific. Awesome. Hey, I want to get 4 soft chicken tacos. Oh my God, as soon as it hit the water. He got it. As soon as it hit the water. He's slot, man. Hey, so what did he say? Taco-rific, and I think he said he was Dorito-full or something. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. What else do you guys say?
We got a lot of them.
Like Burrito-licious and yeah, all that, huh? Cool. Thank you. So that's gonna work just fine. I like it. My supervisor up here helping me out. Now I got one more issue with this cooler. This, I lost the stopper to this thing a long time ago, and I just stuffed like paper towel in there to keep the water in. It does okay, but I need to do something different. I don't freaking believe what just happened. I'm sitting in a red light, right? This lady is behind me, and been sitting there for a long time. All of a sudden I feel this bump in the back of me and I hear this crunch, and yeah, she hits the back of my freaking car. She didn't hit it hard, she hits it, she beeps the horn, and I like throw my hands up like that, and when the turn light changes to turn, I turn left and she does a freaking U-turn and takes off. I'm like, oh my God. I'm driving down through the shopping center thinking, God, I hope she didn't like destroy my bumper, because it would be a hit and run. Sometimes I amuse myself. A Sharpie permanent marker top. Fits perfectly. Look at that. Yep, just knock that thing in there nice and tight. Yeah, that's going to work just great like that. Did you ever notice it's not a good sign when there's more white in your wallet than green? So I have reached my destination. I just drove 18.9 miles to catch pinfish, which means I have to drive 19 miles to get back home. Round trip, that'd be 30, what is that? 38 miles to catch pinfish. Yeah, but here's the thing, man. The bait shops have not had pinfish for a couple months now. I'm just constantly asking them, like, no, man, we can't get any pinfish, and our pinfish guys haven't been able to find them. So, hey, I found the pinfish, and if you recognize this spot, shh. Big snook. Nice snook. Nice one. Nice snook. He's slot. He's slot. He's slot. Alright, so got me a nice shady spot here. One of the things with this cooler is I'm always going to have to carry something with me to get water in. to actually be able to put water in the cooler. Number 5. That looks like a pretty good level. There we go. There we go. Now we got one. Alright, maybe I found them. Maybe they're right here. That took a while. Yesterday it took 2 seconds. Today it took 15 minutes. Put him on my new tape measure. There we go. That's what we want right there. Nice. So, you see, this works out pretty good. You don't have to close the lid all the way. You can just slide your fish in there like that. And check that out. It's working good. Got a nice bucket full of pinfish here. And yeah, gonna cover these up, keep them aerated, and go fishing this afternoon. See if I can get up with some big jacks. Maybe go snook fishing tonight or something. There, all the way down to there. He is 32 and a half. Huh. Yeah, I just caught that 32 and a half inch snook in midday. I measured him with 2 tape measures, one that said 33, the other one was 32 and a half. And yeah, we're good to go. I'm talking middle of the day, man. This is crazy. Yeah, 2:37 in the afternoon, I caught a slot snook. Nailed him on one of those pinfish. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Woo! So, you know what? It's worth it driving 19 miles to go get some really good pinfish. I nailed that big old snook on a pinfish. So, hey, if I had not driven 19 miles to go get some good bait, I wouldn't have caught that snook, right? I was right in the middle, filleting that big snook, and the blade snapped right in half. So, that's what I get for buying the off-brand and the cheaper fillet knife. But I managed to finish filleting out the fillets with my pocket knife, which is actually a pocket knife I bought from a very popular department store for $3.87. Razor sharp with a stainless steel blade. And yeah, so you know what? Now I'm heading to the house. I got a couple of fillets, but I didn't take the skin off because I didn't have a good fillet knife to do that with. I got a cooler full of pinfish, and I'm thinking about going down to the marina, you know, an hour or so before sunset, see if I can't get hooked up with some of those big old jacks. Kind of pointless to go snook fishing because I already got my slot snook for the day. And but this video is all over the place. There ain't no telling where we're gonna end this video, but I sure am having fun, man. He's processing something on that boat. What kind of boat is that? Yeah, all right, so I'm back at the house now, and I told you my fillet knife broke, but I got to finish skinning these snook fillets. I want to show you guys these nice, big, fat, juicy, delicious snook fillets. Yeah, that's my 4th keeper that I've caught this year. 4th slot snook this season, not this year. Well, yeah, this year, 2018 season. And I don't know how many snook I've actually caught. I'm guessing I probably caught about 10 snook during this slot season here. 4 keepers, man. And I got broke off a couple times on some big ones. So, hey, today's pin fishing adventure was definitely worth it. And thick. That fillet right there. That fillet is about 1 1/4 inch. 1 1/4 thick, probably. And yeah, that's going to be some good eating right there. Nice, clean, white meat. Woo! Got me another slot snook. Woo! So if you haven't seen my video on how to keep bait alive for days and days and days, you got to check that out, man. I kept some pinfish alive for a really long time. And one of the things that I do, you guys have seen that I freeze water bottles. I use that for icing down fish whenever I'm fishing and for whatever. But another thing that I do is I caught these pinfish this morning. I think it was about 11 or 12 o'clock when I was catching these guys. And keep that water cool because it is like blistering hot. And as long as I keep that water cool, keep it iced down and switch that water out, they'll stay alive. But yeah, check out that video on keeping bait alive for days and days and days. Now, yeah, these guys are looking good. We're going to go see if we can get into some jacks here in a little while. Guys, so we're on the move again. I'm heading down to the marina. I'm going to have about an hour and a half of fishing before it gets dark. So, yeah, this should be fun, man. We'll just see how we do here, man. I'm excited. Got a bucket full of pinfish. Well, got my new cooler, man, keeping everything nice and cool and lively. And, man, having an awesome day. Caught a slot snook. And hopefully we can get into some of these big old jacks this afternoon. It'll be a lot of fun, man. Be a lot of fun. I have made it to the marina. And I got to switch out my leader again. I'm using 6 to 7 foot of 80-pound test monofilament leader, because you guys saw my other marina videos, and some of these places I've been fishing with a lot of structure, I upped my leader size to 80-pound mono. This is the Andy brand, and I'm real pleased with this. But yeah, I'm putting on probably 6 or 8 foot of leader on here. All right, so yep, we double check the knots, we triple check them always. Last thing in the world that I ever want to happen is to lose a big fish because a knot failed. Should have about probably 45 minutes of fishing left, so we got to get hooked up here. I've had 2 hits in a half hour now. It feels like I had a hit, but if I did, he's coming to me. This is weird. I didn't think that pinfish was that lively, man. You know, we got a fish on here. That's not my pinfish. What do we got? Freaking catfish. What the heck? Catfish. A catfish. A catfish hitting that big old pinfish. See his whiskers?
Not very pretty.
Go. Oh, same situation again. Under the rope and around the piling. I got him out of there this time. Got him out of there this time. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.